A Course in Miracles, Chapter 1, nasa last section na tayo, Section 7, Distortions of Miracle Impulses. Okay, game. Your distorted perceptions produce a dense cover over miracle impulses, making it hard for them to reach your own awareness. No, so yung tinutukoy dito na distorted perceptions, ito yung ating mga limiting beliefs, yung mga false beliefs na pinaniniwalaan natin na out of alignment with the truth, kaya sinabing distorted, no? Yun daw yung nagpo-produce ng cover over miracle impulses. Itong miracle impulses, ito yung mga intuitive insights na nare-receive natin, no? Yung ating intuition, no? So it makes it hard for them to reach our awareness, no? So yung awareness daw natin, natatabunan siya ng ating mga false beliefs nga, no, na hindi aligned dun sa truth within us. No, meron akong naalalang passage dun sa nabasa kong book, Conversations with God. Magandang book din siya, para siyang A Course in Miracles, channeled book rin siya. No, so yung format naman ng book doon, yung author, nagtatanong siya ng mga questions about life, and then nakaka-receive siya ng yung tinatawag na miracle impulses dito sa A Course in Miracles at yung intuitive insights, no? So parang yun yung voice of God, no? So isa dun sa mga questions na tinanong niya is, paano daw ba nakikipag-communicate si God sa atin, no? Parang nasasagot daw ba yung mga prayers natin? And ang sagot doon is yes, no? God always communicates with us. God always speaks to us. The question is, who listens, no? So ang tanong, nakikinig daw ba tayo doon sa sagot? So minsan hindi natin napapakinggan yung sagot, or hindi natin na re-receive yung answer from God kasi yung awareness natin natatabunan ng mga limiting beliefs, no? So yung utak natin, no, yung mind natin, sobrang daming thoughts, no? Kaya hindi na natin nare-receive yung intuition, no, yung answer, yung voice of God, yung guidance, yung divine guidance, no? So kumbaga wala nang space para ma-receive natin yung answer ni God kasi napuno na, natabunan na ng mga limiting beliefs. All real pleasure comes from doing God's will. No? So ano ba yung God's will? God's will is also your will. No, walang pinag-aiba kasi wala ngang separation between us and God. So, yung will natin is God's will for us as well, no? And syempre, 'di ba, yung gusto na naman natin is maging masaya, no? Yung ma-experience natin yung joy, yung love, yung peace, no? Deep inside, ito talaga yung gusto nating ma-experience na state. And yun din naman yung God's will for us, no? So yun daw, no, yung real pleasure, no? Talagang in-specify dito, real pleasure. Kasi merong physical pleasure, no? Isa yan sa mga illusion, no? So kaya dinefine dito yung real pleasure daw comes from doing God's will. This is because not doing it is a denial of self. No? So yun, yung true identity natin or yung true nature natin, no, which is love, peace, joy, no, parang denial of self daw, no, yung ginagawa natin pag hindi tayo aligned doon sa God's will. Denial of self results in illusions, while correction of the error brings release from it. No, again, yung error nga, no, is yung misperception natin that we are separate from God, no, and dahil doon, no, parang dinideny natin yung true nature natin, no, yung ating pagiging holy child of God, no? So nagre-result siya sa illusions, no? So ilan diyan sa mga illusions na yan, no? Yung sa mga false beliefs natin, yung ating self-worth, that we are not worthy, no? Yung ating self-judgment, yung judgment sa sarili, no? Yung denial of self kasi is parang sinasabi nating denial of love, no? And pag wala yung love, napapalitan siya ng judgment, no? So diyan na nagmumula yung mga illusions, no, natin about ourselves. So correction of error, no? Ito yung nabanggit natin before na dapat nating i-correct yung misperception na yon para daw ma-release tayo from the illusions, no? So doon natin ma-experience yung true freedom. Do not deceive yourself into believing that you can relate in peace to God or to your brothers with anything external. Yon. So ito, lahat tayo naka-experience tayo nito kasi nandito tayo sa physical world, no? Sa ating human experience, no? Sino ba namang hindi naghanap ng pleasure outside of ourselves, 'di ba? And wala namang mali doon, no? Kasi pwede naman natin talaga siyang i-enjoy. Pero ang problem is pag hinahanap natin doon sa mga worldly pleasures na yon, yung talagang real pleasure na tinutukoy dito sa A Course in Miracles, yung happiness, yung peace, yung love, kasi hindi daw natin yon makikita sa anything external of us, no? Anything outside of us. Kasi later on marirealize natin na there's nothing outside of us, no? Everything is within us, no? Yung external is just a reflection of what's within, no? So dapat doon natin sisimulan yung hinahanap natin. Doon natin hahanapin yung peace, joy, and love within us kasi doon din natin siya matatagpuan. Kung sa labas natin siya hanapin, so sa external, no, yun yung self-deception, no? Dinideceive daw natin yung sarili natin that we can find peace outside ourselves, no? Ilang millennia na nating ginagawa yan, no? Yung world peace, no? Gusto natin lahat ng world peace, pero hindi naman natin hinahanap o hindi naman natin natatagpuan yung inner peace, no? Hindi magkakaroon ng world peace kung bawat isa sa atin ay walang peace within ourselves, no? Yung inner peace, totoo yun, no? So yung world peace starts with inner peace. So kailangan ma-realize natin that there's nothing outside of us and lahat nung hinahanap natin, yung real pleasure is within us. Child of God, you were created to create the good, the beautiful, and the holy. Do not forget this. No, yan. So, yan yung admonition ng A Course in Miracles, no? Wag daw nating kalimutan that we're here. Itong ating human experience is an opportunity for us to create the good, the beautiful, and the holy. Kasi yun yung nature natin, yun yung true nature natin. So, yung creations daw natin is a reflection of that, no? Parang tayo, 'di ba? We are created in the image and likeness of God, no? And nung create tayo ni God, no, we were created in goodness, in beauty and holiness, no? So kung ganun yung nature natin, dapat ganun din yung maging natural expression of ourselves, no? So yun yung sinasabi ditong you were created to create the good, the beautiful and the holy. Ayan, sabi dito, you can use your body best to help you enlarge your perception so you can achieve real vision, of which the physical eye is incapable. Learning to do this is the body's only true usefulness, no? So, ayun nga, no, nabanggit na natin to before that the body is a channel, no? It is a tool for us na gagamitin natin in our human experience para matutunan natin yung ating true nature. Use your body best to help you enlarge your perception, no? So, itong ating human experience, isa sa ating main purpose dito is para magkaroon tayo ng different perspective, no? Kasi God is all-knowing, no? And we are part of God, no? So, meron din tayo nung knowledge na yon, no? Naka-extend sa atin yon. Now, dito sa ating physical human experience, nagkakaroon tayo ng another perspective of that knowledge, no? Yun yung purpose ng ating physical life on earth, no? And yun yung sinasabi dito na pwede daw natin gamitin yung body natin for that purpose, no? Para magkaroon tayo ng different perspective. And learning to do this is the body's only true usefulness. Yun daw yung effective use of the body, no? Yun yung real pleasure, no, na ma-experience natin with the body. Without, of course, denying bodily pleasures. Pwede naman nating ma-experience yun, part yun. Pero kailangan hindi tayo maging identified doon, no? Kailangan we go beyond those. Parang kailangan matranscend natin yung mga bodily pleasures na yon para ma-experience natin yung real pleasures, no, na nabanggit natin kanina. So, along the way, no, matututunan natin yung different ways, no, to use the body and yung ating human experiences para magkaroon tayo ng correct perception of the truth. Ayan. Fantasy is a distorted form of vision. No, yung vision dito is yung inner vision, hindi yung external vision, no? Ito yung insight, not eyesight. Okay? So, fantasies of any kind are distortions because they always involve twisting perception into unreality. Yun. So, yung mga twisted or distorted perceptions daw natin, no? Ito daw yung pinoproject natin dito sa mundo, no? Yun yung nagiging pantasya natin, no? So, yung unreality, no, parang ginagawa natin dyan is yung mga illusions, no, ginagawa natin siyang real, no, pag pinaniniwalaan natin sila, no. So yun yung parang false sense of reality. Ayan, ito maganda, medyo related to sa isang passage sa Bible, no, yung sinabi ni Jesus. Actions that stem from distortions are literally the reactions of those who know not what they do, no? So ayan yung yun nga, no, yung isa sa mga teaching ni Jesus, no, yung forgive them for they do not know what they are doing, no? They do not know what they are doing kasi nanggagaling siya, yung actions natin are based from wrong perceptions, no? Sa mga nakaraang video, nabanggit na natin yun na yung behavior daw natin ay nakabase sa ating perception, no? So kung mali yung perception natin, yung effect niya is maling behavior din, no? Kaya 'di ba, pag meron tayong bad habit na gustong baguhin, hirap na hirap tayong baguhin yung habit na yon. Kasi ang ginagawa natin, binabago natin yung effect, no? Hindi natin binabago yung cause, no? Parang yung bad habit, gusto natin siyang baguhin without changing the mind, which is hindi daw pwedeng ganun yung approach natin, no? Yung babaguhin natin yung effect without changing the cause, no? Parang yan yung sinasabi dun sa expression na putting the horse before the cart, no? Nasa likod yung horse, nasa unahan yung karwahe, magulo talaga yon, no? Parang hindi mo alam paanong direksyon nun, no? So ganun din tayo, nawawala rin tayo sa tamang direksyon pag yung binabago natin yung effect, no, without changing the cause, without examining the cause, no? And applicable to sa maraming bagay. Sa health, unang-una na, pag yung sintomas sa physical body, dun lang tayo nakatuon without discovering kung ano ba talaga yung nagkokos ng mga symptoms na yon, yung root cause. Kaya natin ginagawa tong A Course in Miracles kasi inaalam natin yung root cause. And then, ganun din sa relationship. Di ba? Pinoproject natin yung mga illusions natin, yung mga false perceptions natin outside. No? Nasa blame game tayo. Lahat ng faults nung partner natin o yung kung sino man yung tao na involved dun sa relationship, no? Sila lahat ang may kasalanan, hindi tayo, di ba? Parang gusto nating baguhin yung relationship without changing ourselves, no? So applicable siya sa maraming bagay. So kailangan balik tayo dun sa perception, no? Kasi yung mga experiences naman natin are result of our perception, no? So kung maitama natin yung perception natin, yung cause, no? Eventually, naturally, magbabago rin yung effect, di ba? Meron akong magandang natutunang analogy, no? Sabi is para daw yung reflection sa mirror, no? Gusto nating mabago, no? Yung reflection sa mirror, for example, nakasimangot yung nakikita nating reflection sa mirror, tapos gusto natin siyang ngumiti, di ba? Ang gagawin natin, di ba, kailangan ngumiti tayo para yung reflection ng mirror, na, yung makikita natin doon na reflection, is nakangiti rin. Pero ang ginagawa daw natin is parang binabago natin yung reflection, pinapangiti natin, habang yung tayo, yung mukha natin, nakasimangot, no? So talagang hindi magbabago yung reflection nun sa mirror kung hindi natin binabago yung expression sa mukha natin, no? So ganun din, in the same way, kailangan babaguhin natin what's within us, no? Yung sa atin, and then ire-reflect yun outside, di ba? Yun yung parang function ng ating reality or yung ating physical reality, no? Para siyang feedback mechanism, no? Doon natin nalalaman, na-discover natin kung ano yung state natin, no? Kung ano yung current state natin, kung ano yung perception natin, no? So yun yung proper use, no, nung ating physical reality, no? Ayan. Fantasy is an attempt to control reality according to false needs. No, ayan, yung isa daw sa pantasya natin, ayan na, yung nabanggit natin kanina na gusto nating baguhin yung outside, yung external, no, without changing the internal. No, pantasya daw yun. Ayan, fantasies are a means of making false associations and attempting to obtain pleasure from them. Ayun. So, parang fantasy is yung hinahanap nga natin yung joy, yung happiness, peace, love, no? Sa outside of us, no? And attempting to obtain pleasure from them. No, kaya nasa never-ending cycle tayo kasi kumbaga nakailang attempt na, no, sa relationship, sa career, no, sa kung ano-ano pang worldly pleasures, pero hindi talaga nagbibigay sa atin ng fulfillment, no? So kasi false needs daw yung mga yon. Yan. But although you can perceive false associations, you can never make them real except to yourself. No? So yung mga false belief daw natin, nagiging totoo siya for us. Pero it doesn't mean na totoo yun for everyone, no? Yung universal truth. You believe in what you make. Yan. So, kasi creator tayo di ba? Parang ito yung ating nature. Pero kung mali yung perception natin, yung makikreate din natin experience is mali din. No? Ito example, itong ating human life experience. Ito yung isang best example ng creation based on false perception. No? Parang ito yung projection ng perception natin that we are separate from God. No? So ito nga, nagkatotoo siya. No? We make them real for ourselves. Pero, sinasabi nga sa atin ng A Course in Miracles, it is real for us, pero hindi yun yung truth. No? It is an illusion. Okay, so ito, nasa last page na tayo ng chapter 1. This is a course in mind training. Ayan, all learning involves attention and study at some level. Some of the later parts of the course rest too heavily on these earlier sections not to require their careful study. Ayan, so nilinaw dito ng A Course in Miracles that this course is mind training, no? So iti-train daw natin yung mind natin. No, kaya nga itong description natin sa A Course in Miracles, it's more of parang psychology or psychotherapy, psychospiritual, no, yung nature niya. All learning involves attention and study at some level, no? So attention, kasi lalo na tong earlier parts, itong mga earlier chapters, kasi dito daw naka-base or ito yung foundation ng mga later sections pa, no? Kaya kailangan ng great attention and talagang pag-aralan daw natin or pagnilay-nilayan natin, no, yung mga lessons na tinuturo, lalo na dito sa mga beginning chapters ng A Course in Miracles. Yan, kaya sabi dito, you will begin to see some of the implications that will be amplified later on. Kasi yung mga later chapters ng A Course in Miracles, ito na yung mga sanga-sanga, no, ng mga illusions. No, kasi gagamitin nga natin, no, yung ating false perception or yung mga illusions as reference para matutunan natin yung truth. No, para ma-correct natin yung mga wrong perceptions natin, kasi nandito nga tayo sa world of duality, no? So yun yung kino-compare dito, no? Ginagamit natin yung isang side para matutunan natin yung kabilang side, no? So yun yung duality. Ayan, so meron ditong first person statement ulit si Jesus, no? Minire-remind siya sa atin dito. Sabi niya, I have said that awe is inappropriate in connections with the sons of God because you should not experience awe in the presence of your equals. No, sinasabi again dito ni Jesus na we are His equals. No, so dapat hindi daw tayo in awe of Him. No, again, review, we can offer or we can be in love, no, or respect toward Jesus, no, pero yung hindi daw yun appropriate because he is our equal daw. However, it was also emphasized that awe is proper in the presence of your creator, no. So yung awe daw is ito yung appropriate response natin in the presence of Creator, of God. I have stressed that awe is not an appropriate reaction to me because of our inherent equality. No, again, ini-emphasize dito yung equality natin. No, we are all children of God. Yun yung sinasabi sa atin ni Jesus. And yun din yung tinuturo niya during His lifetime, no, na nagkaroon tayo ng false perception, no? Hindi natin na-gets yung tinuturo ni Jesus. Nagkaroon tayo ng twisted perception, no? Yung mga teachings ni Jesus, no, na-distort siya, no? Naging distorted, naging twisted, no? And napasa-pasa. And now is the time for correction. Kaya ito yung ginagawa natin sa A Course in Miracles. Ayan, kaya tayo nire-remind ni Jesus dito sa part na to. Kasi marami dito, no, sa this book kasi, itong Course in Miracles is full of wisdom and related siya dun sa mga scriptures, dun nga sa mga teachings, no? And hindi natin maiiwasan na yung yung magiging reaction natin or fear, no? Yun yung sinasabi dito na all will be confused with fear, which is inappropriate daw, no? Kasi again, yung truth nga is nandito na sa atin, is within us, no? Alam na daw natin yon, no? So this A Course in Miracles is just a reminder of that truth, no? So imbis na maging beautiful experience, baka daw maging traumatic na experience pa daw, no, pag hindi natin pinrepare yung sarili natin properly, no. So kaya tayo nire-remind dito na yung tamang response natin, no, sa mga matututunan natin dito sa A Course in Miracles. So ayan, diyan nagtatapos yung chapter 1 ng A Course in Miracles, and I hope meron ka ulit na pulot na insights, no, yung miracle impulses na tinukoy dito sa pagtatapos ng chapter 1. So thank you again for joining me in this session, and next time magpo-proceed na tayo sa chapter 2, and I hope to see you there again.